What's up YouTube, Dan here, and we are back with some more career mode, and we're starting today's episode with a game up against Juventus. So we're still rocking out that 4-4-1-1, but it didn't save my formation as I explained in the last episode, so that's a bit of a downside there. So I had to reset the formation, but I didn't realise until about 5 games in. And our first game of the episode is a huge game up against Juventus. They are currently 8th in the league at the moment, but we're only 5 games into the league or something like that. But you're going to see the league table so I can refresh my memory. So they were missing Chiellini, which is a massive difference because he's their best defender by miles, and Vidal had to drop into centre-back. Udinese are currently first in the table, followed by Napoli, Inter, and then Fiorentina. We are currently 5th or 6th. I didn't get time to see it, but maybe you can pause it and then you can see. So we got our new signings, as I have explained. We got Neymar, we got Bale. But talking of Bale, I want to talk about the Europa League and the games that took place on Thursday. So I'm currently recording this on Saturday, and this is the second episode of today. And by the way, just before I get into it, thanks for 350 subs, and hopefully we can hit 400, and maybe I'll apply for Machinima soon. I don't know about that. But we got our first game up against Juventus. We got an early goal, which is good, and obviously Juventus are going to be up there, so it's important to get some points, and especially be ahead of Juventus at this early stage. So Matri's in on goal at the moment, and he puts a nice ball into Asimo's path, who I have looked into, but he's a really good player. Can play as centre mid, left mid, right mid, centre defensive midfielder, centre back, you name it. He can play everywhere on the pitch, and he's someone I've really looked into. So 1-1 at the moment. Carmona's 3 on goal at the moment. He's got a lot of pace, so no one's going to really catch him. But a great save, I think it's from Courtois, because Buffon is actually retired, I think, because he was about 35 or 36 when the game actually started, when the season actually started, the first season actually started. So he's obviously going to be quite old, but they get really unlucky there. But talking about the Europa League now, so Tottenham played Basel at White Hart Lane. I thought Tottenham would win at least 2-0, something like that. But Basel are a fantastic side, and I think they're one of the favourites to actually win the whole tournament. I think Chelsea are still favourites, maybe even Tottenham, maybe even Newcastle. But yeah, Basel definitely surprised them. They scored 2 goals and went 2-0 up really quickly. But then Sigurdsson, and I don't know how to say his name, but also Adebayor scored a goal. But I really don't like Adebayor. I'm not a big fan of him. I thought he was a really good player at Man City and Arsenal, but he seems to be a lot slower now. He was really quick at Arsenal, and him and Thierry Henry were really good together. So we got a Champions Cup match now up against Standard Liège. I think that's how you say the name. But they're not much to be reckoned with. They're not forced to be reckoned with, and they are currently bottom of the table. It's important that we finish at least first or second, obviously, so we go through to the next round. And obviously the best team in this group is obviously us, then Seville. So really looking forward to that game up against Seville. So Tottenham actually drew 2-2, but they're still in a decent position, and they can go to Basel in Switzerland and maybe even win it. But don't know about that, and Bale's injured, and that is a real pain for them, and that could affect their chances of coming in the top 4, because Bale obviously is their best player. But yeah, so tell me in the comment section, who do you think will win the Europa League in the end? Because I think it'll be Chelsea or Tottenham. It'll be so good if there's like an all-London final, all-England final with Juventus for? Yeah, Chelsea and Tottenham, that'd be a really good final, and both teams will be going through it. Bale will be back, obviously. But yeah, El Shaarawy with the shot there going. But the question I have, another question of the day today, is if I ever sold El Shaarawy, who would you replace him for? Because you know I like to swap the team around a lot, and who would you swap El Shaarawy for? Because that's the question I want to know today, and that'll be a really intriguing question. I'll be reading all the comments and replying to as many as I can, because I normally don't reply to many comments, but I do think about them in my head. I don't know what happens, but yeah, Bale gets a penalty there. Talking of Bale again, he's been in the news a lot, but yeah, Bale's going to take the penalty. He's doing fantastic for me, and over the next couple of months, he does actually reach 92, so he's still going up, and he's worth around 45 million, which is crazy. But something I have talked about a couple of times is El Shaarawy. So he's currently 89 rated and 21 years old, and you know, players like Mario Götze, they are worth around 30 to 35 million. And yeah, Hazard, Götze, those kind of players. But El Shaarawy is only worth around 25 million. That's a bit strange, because El Shaarawy is both better and around the same age. So really strange there, because El Shaarawy is probably going to be like the next Messi on this game. So my question is, who would I swap El Shaarawy for? Because I don't really think he's getting enough game time. No, that sounds crazy, because he's 89 rated. But I prefer using El Shaarawy? Royce. I prefer using Neymar. He's fantastic at the moment. Gareth Bale and Gabbiadini, who I want to get to the 85-86 by the end of the season. But I probably will be this will probably be the last season, I should say, of this career mode. I think it's getting a bit too stale. I'm not enjoying playing the games. I am enjoying making the videos, but what a goal that is from Bale. And you're going to see he scores a lot of goals in the future. And what a goal that was, 87th minute as well. Fantastic goal there. And this was a really crazy game because we were dominating the game. We went 1-0 up, but then all of a sudden, in about 5 minutes, they scored 2 goals. So they scored in the 1 minute actually, 83rd and 84th minute, or 2 minutes. But Bale gets man of the match. He had a fantastic performance, scoring 2 goals, and that is his best game so far this season. So we're into our last game in the episode, and we've had the game up against Juventus. Now it's time for Inter Milan. They are one of our derby games, obviously our biggest game of the season by a mile, and we really need to win this. And we need to see how good Inter Milan are, because I have stole some of their good players, the likes of Duran Jesus and Kovacic, but they still have a lot of good players. They have Sciletto, who's a right back and he's really good. They have Jonathan, Ranocchia, and they also have Pereira, Cassano, all good players. So I don't know why they're not doing too well, because they came second in the first season. But quickly, the league table moment, and Inter Milan are 5th, Juventus 6th, and we are currently in 9th at the moment. So I might have, in the first game I did talk about us being 5th or 6th, but I might have made a mistake and actually just replaced us with Juventus. But yeah, Roy's doing fantastic at the start of the game here. Oh, the 35th minute. Fantastic goal there, and what a goal that was actually. One of the best goals of the season so far, dribble past 2 or 3 people. That nice bit of dribbling there, and a really good finish into the back of the net. But Royce has been quite surprising so far this season, because I've played a long way ahead, because I want to get into Ultimate Team, do my road to glory, and I have played until transfer deadline day, and I have made some crazy signings, but I don't want to ruin it, and it is miles away, probably around the episode 52 mark, episode 53 mark, but I have to start editing those. But Neymar gets a goal there, but yeah, this will probably be my last season, then I'll move on to my road to glory, and I'm probably going to do it with either Aguero, Di Natale, I don't know who to go with, Falcao maybe, but what I'm planning on doing is doing a road to glory with any player and worth around 50 to 100k, and then making a team around them over like so many episodes. But that's about it for this episode. Thanks for watching, and please can we reach maybe 15 likes, maybe even 20 likes again, because we've been consistently hitting 20 likes. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode.